Hello and welcome, graduates, parents, family, and friends to the Class of 2020 Nanoscience Commencement Ceremony. My name is Mark Michel and I'm an Associate Professor of Geosciences and leader of the Division of Nanoscience. It is my honor to join you today to celebrate the achievements of our 23 graduating students. So what is nanoscience? And I'm sure the topic has come up during family gatherings like Thanksgiving, for example, when you try to get a handle on what sounds like a very non-traditional degree. Simply put, nanoscientists study the unusual properties and behaviors of the smallest forms of matter. So what does that mean? What scientists have found from decades of research is that changing the size of matter can have very unexpected results. For example, a material that does not conduct electricity at the macro scale will conduct at the nanoscale. So with this knowledge, we are able to tune the properties of materials in order to create new technologies. For our students, knowledge of nanoscience allows them to travel freely across traditional disciplinary boundaries in science and engineering. This knowledge has been developed in part through a series of nanoscience courses taught by faculty in the departments of biology, chemistry, geosciences, and physics, among others. In addition, students complete 8 credits of undergraduate research, oftentimes working side by side with faculty, mentors, graduate students, or postdocs. This experience can be life-changing by giving students the perspective and confidence to make decisions regarding the next step in their education or career. It is also a point at which students tend to become aware of how thinking across traditional disciplinary boundaries can actually create new solutions to real-world problems. So I would like to say a few words about the commencement program for today. First, we are honored to have Dr. Michael F. Hochella Jr. giving the faculty address. Mike, as he is affectionately known by both colleagues and students, retired in 2019 after 27 years in the Department of Geosciences. Mike got his BS and MS degrees from the Department of Geosciences between 1971 and 77, and then left for Stanford University, where he finished his PhD in 1981. After a short time at the Corning Research Labs in Corning, New York, he returned to Stanford for 9 years as a research professor, before returning to his academic home back here in Blacksburg, becoming a university distinguished professor in 2007. Mike is an environmental mineralogist and geochemist specializing in nanoscience and applying that to local, regional, and global processes. He continues this work now in Missoula, Montana, where he has been hired as a laboratory fellow at the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory, the Department of Energy lab in Richland, Washington. You should know that Mike was also one of the founders of the nanoscience degree program here at Virginia Tech. We are also delighted to have Joseph Kraus giving the alumnus address. Joseph graduated from Virginia Tech in the nanoscience degree program in 2018. He is currently a PhD student in the Material Science and Nanoengineering Department at Rice University in Houston, Texas. That means he has successfully navigated the transition to graduate school, which many of you are also in the process of doing. He will reflect on his experiences as a nanoscience student and offer some advice for how to take full advantage of your unique degree going forward. The nanoscience degree program consists of 2 majors: nanoscience, which focuses more on the physical science, and nanomedicine, which is designed for students with interest more in the life sciences. While the nanoscience major has existed since the beginning of the degree, the nanomedicine major was implemented just last year, making this the first official class of nanomedicine majors. We are fortunate to have student addresses that will be given by a student from each major. Graduate Gianna Rose Grogan will be giving the nanomedicine student address. Gianna, or Gigi, is graduating summa cum laude and will be starting medical school at the Virginia College of Osteopathic Medicine in the fall. Graduate Erik Akbar will be giving the nanoscience student address. Erik is graduating with a dual degree in nanoscience and neuroscience, summa cum laude, and will be pursuing a PhD in neuroscience at Virginia Tech starting in the fall. Finally, we are fortunate to have Dr. Carla Finkelstein and Dr. Sally Morton giving congratulatory remarks. Dr. Finkelstein is an associate professor of biological sciences and the associate division leader for the nanoscience degree program. Her research and teaching interests in microbiology and integrated cellular responses place her at the heart of the nanomedicine major. I also wish to mention that in addition to her normal teaching, research, and administrative responsibilities, Dr. Finkelstein has been working tirelessly over the past months to create a COVID test lab that is now operational on BT campus and is supporting testing in our region of Southwest Virginia. Dr. Morton is a biostatistician and has been Dean of the College of Science since 2016. She has a distinguished career in research that uses statistics and data science to help patients make better healthcare decisions. She has also been a tremendous supporter of the Academy of Integrated Science, which is home of the Nanoscience degree program in the College of Science at Virginia Tech. The very first Nanoscience class graduated from VT in May 2015. And every year since, we, the Nanoscience faculty and staff, have gathered with students, families, and friends to celebrate this amazing achievement. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I want you to know that we cherish this moment to watch as our students take the important next step in their education or career. We too are disappointed not to be meeting in person, but want you to know that we are still celebrating your many accomplishments and look forward to meeting you as Virginia Tech alumni, family, and friends in the future. So once again, thank you to the graduates, families, and friends who are joining us today to celebrate what is truly a special occasion that is happening under truly unique circumstances. We hope that you enjoy the program.
Hello to the graduates, the 2020 graduates of nanomedicine and nanoscience from Virginia Tech, and family and friends. I'm Mike Hoschella, a retired professor from Virginia Tech, and now speaking to you from our home in Missoula, Montana. I hope you don't mind, but even though I've done a number of commencement speeches before, I think the largest one to about 5,000 people, I always use notes, and I'm going to read this or paraphrase what I've written here because I want the words to be correct. This is a very special day for all of you and for all of us faculty as well. I'm still very much an active scientist, and nevertheless, having retired from Virginia Tech and moved to Montana, as you can see here, I'm still a Hokie. And I also, believe it or not, 45 years ago at this time, was also a science graduate from Virginia Tech. After graduate school, I ended up at Stanford as a professor, but I'm still so Hokie-ish, I still was so maroon and orange at that time, that I actually left Stanford and moved back to Blacksburg to finish my 25 more years of being a professor at Virginia Tech. And so for better or worse, I was one of the founders of your nanoscience major, which has roots a full 20 years ago. Think of what you were doing 20 years ago, maybe just walking or something like that. It was a while now. The original idea of this major, along with the whole Academy of Integrated Sciences in the College of Science, came from Professor Lei-Nam Cheng, professor of physics, who at that time was dean of the college. It took roughly a decade for us to develop, have approved, and launch this enterprise. I taught the very first nanoscience course, I remember it well, together with Professor Tim Long from the Department of Chemistry, to our first majors back in 2011, so just a little under a decade ago. And I taught all the nanoscience majors in this intro course for many years thereafter. But I'm sorry to say I left just before I could have taught you. Nevertheless, the newer intro teachers are, I'm promised, just as reasonable as I was. But now, under the watchful eye of Dean Sally Morton, the nano faculty leaders Mark Michel and Carla Finkelstein, and the rest of the superbly talented nanoscience faculty, you are the latest products of this first, and as far as I can tell, still the only nanoscience degree in the entire country. There are about 20 programs now in nanotechnology, but you're more fundamental than that in nanoscience, and that's a very special thing. You should be very proud of that, and I am certainly thrilled for you. Okay, let's take a step back and think about what you have done. The overall field of nanoscience, which also includes, of course, nanomedicine, started in roughly the mid-20th century, around 1960. This was the beginning of a remarkable revolution that is now worth trillions of dollars per year because of the commercial products that include things like the mobile device that you may have in your pocket right now. All of you graduates are now the youngest people in this country, and likely the world, who have a basic understanding of how all this came about, an idea of how it all works. Think about it. Yeah, it's amazing. But wait, I know what you're thinking. Quote, Mike, there's a pandemic and the world's economy has crashed. Yeah, we all get that. First, think about this. Higher education, especially the most rigorous type that you have now, can never be taken from you, ever. It really is hard to achieve, but you've managed to accomplish that. Second, as bad as it is now, we will get over this pandemic. The human race has done it before many times without the science and technology we have in the 21st century. Oh, and by the way, most notably, we will get around this pandemic by the use of nanoscience and nanomedicine. What do you think of that? And at the end of this pandemic, of course, the brightest and the youngest like you will rise from this dilemma, and you will be successful. Okay, story time. People always remember stories, so always throw stories in. But this story has to do with one of our children, Barbara, my wife, who was also a longtime professor at Virginia Tech. We have two kids, Michael and Catherine. This is about our daughter, Catherine. And there is a moral to this story, easily applicable now for you. Just 2.5 years ago, our daughter, Catherine, underwent 2 exceptionally difficult and dangerous deep brain surgeries at the University of Chicago Medical Center to try to cure her epilepsy that she had had since her birth. Thank goodness. The surgeries went exactly as planned, and she was exceptionally fortunate just to resume her college career after a year on hold. She has not had a seizure since, which, as you can imagine, seems like a miracle, even though this whole family is based on technology and our careers are all about science and technology. It just seems like a miracle that her and my wife and I and she could resume a normal life. And finally, she graduated just last December with her undergraduate degree, having taken 5.5 years due to her medical condition and treatment. But one more thing. Let's go back in time exactly 2 years ago, so May of 2018. When you were about halfway through your undergraduate degree, when she was just finishing her first semester after the surgery, when she very excitedly texted, and I'm quoting, went back and looked at it this morning, "Dad, I just finished my first final grade. I just received my first final grade this semester, and it was an 82.8%, a B minus. I am so happy." 3 exclamation points, bunch of smiley faces. End quote. Now, this happens to be someone who has managed an A average in college despite the epilepsy, but on this occasion, she was spectacularly thrilled and honored to get a B minus. Absolutely, genuinely thrilled to get a B minus, even though she's an A student. Okay, now, way different details, but the moral of her story is very much relevant to you and right now. Her type of epilepsy seemed hopeless, just like the pandemic does now. Those dangerous deep brain surgeries that were successful, that was her fix. Like the COVID vaccine and or treatments, that will be developed so that our economies can finally fully recover. That B minus that she was so happy to receive, even though it was way below what she was capable of, That's your foray into the world as you move ahead into whatever your next steps will be. It's maybe not what you had expected, but you can reframe and be very proud of any accomplishment as she was. And that will be good, very good. And her success now, that's your success in the future. Virginia Tech has given you the tools. Your persistence and success at graduating gives me all the proof I need to let you know that you can do anything you wish in the future, and your patience will be exceptionally important, and don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it in the future. Give it time, and pandemic or not, you will be there like so many previous generations who have had this and even greater obstacles. Plus, everyone else in your generation, all around the world, you're all in the same boat. So all of you have the tremendous advantage of your youth, your strength, your superb education, and your hope and vision for the future. So graduates, all the very best to you and your loved ones. Thank you, and of course, go Hokies.
Dear Virginia Tech Class of 2020, congratulations. You did it. You made it. Congratulations on such an incredible accomplishment, and I hope you have the time to celebrate with you, your family, and any of those that you love and care about. It is truly an incredible day, one I still remember, and it is something that should be cherished for a long time. So once again, congratulations. As our country and really the world goes through something that none of us can say we've seen before, I was asked to give you guys a few words of reflection and thoughts that I wish I would have heard when I was graduating. And so I'm honored to be here today just to shed some light from a 2018 graduate on what I've seen since going to the other side of VT and joining the alumni, and maybe some words of encouragement for you. So I figured I'd break it down real quick into 3 different things I want to leave you with today. And again, congratulations on such an incredible day. First, make use of your degree and the uniqueness of it. Something I've learned since studying nanoscience at Virginia Tech is how versatile and how incredible our degree was. Whether it's in the fields of chemistry, biology, physics, or even business, studying such a versatile major has proved time and time again to be an asset. From the countless conversations I've had, whether it be business professionals or different professors at different institutions, all the way to national agencies such as the NSF and DoD agencies that are focused on research, all of them are impressed by the degree that we chose to study, the incredible degree and discipline of nanoscience. So truly embrace that discipline. When you get out into the real world, whatever your next steps may be, regardless of the path you're taking, embrace the unique character the degree of nanoscience offers and really find yourself in that uniqueness. It has only played to my advantage, and again, studying nanosciences was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I cannot be more happy I chose to study, and so congratulations again to all of you for earning your degree. Number 2, network. I know you hear this probably from your parents and time again, but something is the second you leave Virginia Tech's campus to immediately learn is network. Reach out to as many people as you know or you want to know. Never stop connecting with people. Never stop having conversations, whether that's over the phone, over Zoom in today's age, or over coffee when we hopefully get back to normal. Reach out to people and constantly make new friendships, new colleagues, and new acquaintances that you'll have throughout your professional and personal careers. I think you'll see it's incredibly beneficial. And even as someone only 2.5 years removed from college, networking has already enabled me to get to the places I am and the things that I've wanted to do. And to leave you off on the last note would be to take chances. You'll never get to the next level, no matter whether you're 40 years out in your career or just 2 years out and a simple graduate like me, be able to get to that next step without taking chances. I learned that very on as soon as I graduated, the summer after, that if you don't take chances, you will not reach the next level. You already studied nanoscience at VT, and like to think you already took a chance doing that. You need to continue that ambitious spirit, that incredible drive, and that work ethic as you continue to graduate and move to the other side of Virginia Tech, the alumni side. If you can find a way to take chances, realize the uniqueness of your degree, all while making and forming an incredible network, I can guarantee you will be successful, especially coming from the College of Science at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech has provided me with opportunities I will be forever thankful for. And I'm so happy and proud of all of you for reaching this milestone. Once again, congratulations on your degree. Please take this time and enjoy it with you, yourself, and your loved ones. And I wish you my utmost and best personal wishes for success and happiness in your careers or whatever path you decide to take. If any of you need to already start expanding that network, please feel free to reach out to me. Congratulations again and enjoy your day. Go Hokies!
Greetings, Hokies. Congratulations, fellow graduates, and thank you to all of our family, friends, faculty, and staff who have supported us throughout these challenging and memorable years. As we face these uncertain times, I would like to encourage you all and assure you that we are equipped to handle times such as these. Our degree in nanoscience is largely based on uncertainty. Take the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, for example. It is one of the very first principles that we learn in quantum physics. You can never know both the position and momentum of a particle at exactly the same time. We are certainly not unfamiliar with uncertainty and uncharted territory. We are nanoscientists. We are explorers and discoverers. We are the future. And of course, we are Hokies. We are a strong community living by our motto of ut prosum, always striving to serve others. Finally, I would like to end with a quote by our good old friend, Richard Feynman, the father of nanotechnology. Nobody ever figures out what life is really all about, and it doesn't really matter. Explore the world. Nearly everything is really interesting if you go into it deeply enough. Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2020, and go Hokies!
Class of 2020, I appreciate the department having made me a speaker for the commencement ceremony of Virginia Tech's Nanoscience Department. I will assure you that my message will be very brief. Graduating today is a class of explorers, quite literally venturing past the limits of what the eye can see. In this uncharted territory, we stumble and fall, but we uncover great treasures to benefit the world. The preeminent French novelist of the 19th century, Jules Verne, once wrote upon in his novel, Journey to the Center of the Earth, I quote, "Science, my lad, is made up of mistakes, but they are mistakes which it is useful to make, because they lead little by little to the truth." I find this quote to be of great importance to us, the future leaders of the scientific industry, and I would like to take this opportunity to reflect upon it. No one makes mistakes on purpose, but people make choices based on incomplete knowledge. People do things that may not work out the way they hope. People take risks through their mistakes. So the question is, what kind of mistakes are worth making, and for what? I believe that the truth of that science offers is worth the mistakes it might make, even if the legendary time one might invest turns out to be a mistake. To illustrate my point, I will use the familiar example of the famous Lycurgus cup of the 4th century Rome. This glass cage cup was made of a dichroic glass, which can show a different color depending on the direction which light passes through it. Ruby red when lit from behind, and emerald green when lit from the front. This was achieved by Roman artisans, grinding the glass with silver and gold until it was as small as 50 nanometers in diameter. This goblet is upheld as a relished artifact of proto-nanotechnology, as it might reflect a prehistory of the discipline. Furthermore, These particles now might help diagnose human disease and build new types of transistors. But this easily could not have been the case. The possibility of destroying this glass was basically certain, as no feasible technology could have sustained such a uniquely dense material. After the very lengthy process, the polished appearance was achieved by a process called flame polishing. That risked the complete loss of the object. The risk of mistake was certainly there. However, the artisan's passion of developing new techniques for glasswork serendipitously innovated upon the field of nanotechnology. Like King Lycurgus of Edney, ensnared by the vines of his earthly passions, the artisans were ensnared by the passion of this holy object. It is this spirit that we must maintain through our professional careers, either in laboratories or in industries. We've all come together with a common interest to study the rudimentary objects of the small. I see in each of us a desire to make a mistake, and a hunger for the truth. Each of us will set forth and forge the future of technology 1 nanometer at a time. Before I go, I would like to say that I'm honored to have been part of the class of 2020, honored to have worked with professors that took a chance on us, teaching curriculums that were the first of their kind. I'm also honored to have my family always by my side. And finally, I would like to honor the victims of COVID-19 and the sacrifices of everyone at work. God bless you all.
For the College of Science Nanoscience class of 2020, I will be reading the first names, last names, distinction, and then a brief blurb if contributed by the student. Erik Akbar, summa cum laude. Erik is graduating with a dual degree in nanoscience and neuroscience and will be pursuing a PhD at Virginia Tech in neuroscience. Erik is from Chesterfield, Virginia, and during his time at Virginia Tech has enjoyed working on different research projects. He is glad to have been part of a tight-knit community and looks forward to hearing how everyone will succeed. Finbar, Arthur Obrien. Finbar is graduating with a degree in nanoscience. Ethan Dwain Boeding, cum laude. Ethan is graduating with a degree in nanoscience and will be starting a PhD at University of Tennessee, Knoxville in August. Ethan is from Mechanicsville, Virginia, and during his time at Virginia Tech has enjoyed working on research projects at the interface of chemistry and biology with Dr. Peter Vickesland, and he also enjoys hiking and fishing. Zachary Caprow, cum laude. Zachary is graduating with a degree in nanoscience. He has worked in many different research labs during his time at VT, but his most impactful experience was in Dr. Moore's lab, where he helped develop an aerogel out of recycled plastic. Zach has already started creating a business to sell this aerogel as a more efficient insulation. Zach is from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and loves surfing, playing video games, and vibing with the boys. William Cathcart, cum laude. William is graduating with a degree in nanoscience and a minor in chemistry and will be attending Texas A&M University in August for a master's degree. William is from Roanoke, Virginia, and during his time at Virginia Tech has enjoyed working on researching porous carbon nanofibers for desalination with Dr. Greg Liu. He also enjoys swimming and martial arts. Jairon Tsui. Jairon is graduating with a dual degree in nanoscience and physics and will be attending graduate school at Virginia Tech. Jairon is from Beijing, China. During his time at Virginia Tech, he enjoyed working on research projects with Dr. Vin Nguyen. In addition, Jairon likes riding motorcycles. Jeremy Duerbeck. Jeremy is graduating with a degree in nanoscience with plans to complete a second degree in polymer chemistry next year. He hopes to get the opportunity to do cancer research at the Mayo Clinic in Florida post-2021 graduation with grad school sometime in the future. During his time at Virginia Tech, he has enjoyed being an ambassador for the nanoscience program, as well as working on additive manufacturing and polyionic liquids with Dr. Tim Long and graduate student Tyler White, as well as playing paintball or gaming during his downtime. Cabell Eades, summa cum laude. Cabell is graduating with a dual degree in nanoscience and chemistry with minors in physics and entomology. He plans on pursuing a PhD related to polymer chemistry after graduation. Cabell is from Danville, Virginia, and has enjoyed working with making polymer blend compatibilizers in Dr. Matson's lab. Cabell also enjoys going to the gym and reading. Adam Thomas Hibben. Adam is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in Nanoscience. Hunter Scott Lee. Hunter is graduating with a degree in Nanoscience, minoring in Science, Technology, and Law. He plans to travel the US and Canada in his self-built conversion van before pursuing industry work. Hunter has had the opportunity to conduct nanoparticle research under Dr. Hans Robinson for the last 18 months of his time at Virginia Tech, but will continue to work in nanomaterial procurement and project coordination this fall. Jamila Anastasia Liu, magna cum laude, in honors. Jamila is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in Nanoscience. Michael John McHale. Michael is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in Nanoscience. Alexander Potter. Alexander is graduating with a degree in Nanoscience and is pursuing a career in medical material engineering. Alexander is a Blacksburg native, and during his time at Virginia Tech has had the pleasure of working with Dr. Vin Nguyen and Dr. Mark Van Dyke in their outstanding work. Brendan Michael Ryan, magna cum laude. Brendan Ryan is graduating with a dual degree in Nanoscience and Material Science and Engineering, and will start his career as a systems engineer with Northrop Grumman in June. From Great Falls, Virginia, Brendan was a member of the Virginia Tech wrestling team and the ACC Academic Honor Roll for 4 years. During his time as an undergraduate student, Brendan presented on undergraduate research projects with Dr. Vin Nguyen and Dr. Talon, as well as independent research for entrepreneurial competitions representing the Collegiate Nanotechnology Society at Virginia Tech. Benjamin Robert Sindle. Benjamin is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in Nanoscience. Connor Slamowitz, magna cum laude. Connor is graduating with a major in Nanoscience and minor in International Business. After graduation, Connor will be pursuing a PhD at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill for Material Science in the Department of Applied Physical Sciences. John Coughlan Sullivan. John is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in Nanoscience. Daniel Christopher Wilson. Daniel is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in Nanoscience. For the College of Science Nanomedicine class of 2020, I will be reading the first names, last names, distinction, and a brief blurb if contributed by the graduate. Kyle James Anderson. Kyle is graduating with a dual degree in nanomedicine and biochemistry and will be pursuing a PhD in biophysics at UCSF starting this fall. Kyle is passionate about biologics and immunology and looks for a future in the biopharmaceutical industry. Kyle is an avid skier and backpacker ready to make a home in the Sierras. David Dachille, cum laude. David is graduating with a dual degree in nanomedicine and systems biology. He will be starting a job at DuPont Therapeutics and hopes to pursue a PhD in the future. During his time at Virginia Tech, David has enjoyed working on his senior thesis project in the nutritional immunology and molecular medicine laboratories of Dr. Basagana Riera and Dr. Hantasias. David also played on the Virginia Tech ice hockey team, where he is the all-time leading goal scorer. Gianna Rose Grogan, summa cum laude. Gianna is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in nanomedicine. Tyler Novsak. Tyler plans to go to law school to become a patent lawyer or to find a job in cancer research. Orba Sagir. Orba will be starting a master's program in bioengineering at George Mason University.
Okay. I was not expecting to do this recording. I much rather congratulate you in person and hug you and give you your diploma and say that you did a fantastic job. So I feel bad doing this this way, but I just want to say that first, congratulations to you and congratulations to your parents. you both made it. This is never the work of one person. It's really a teamwork, and you like it or you don't like it, your parents were behind you on this one. I also want to tell you that I'm very proud of you, all of you, the nanoscience students and the nanomedicine students that graduate today. I know that you are a fantastic group of students, accomplished so much in such a short time. For those that they were in my particular class on nanomedicine, Gigi, Taylor, David, and Urba, I'm fully confident on your future. I mean, you're fantastic students. You won't have any problem in succeeding in any of your future endeavors. I trust you completely. I've seen your creativity. I've seen your driven. I've seen you doing incredible things in my class, and I've seen you succeeding in any task that I gave you. I'm very confident on you. I know all of you. I want to wish you the best in the future. I wish we stay in touch. I like to be in touch with my graduates. We moved from one graduate in nanomedicine last year to 4 graduates in nanomedicine this year to many more next year. So we basically have a 400% increase on nanomedicine graduates in 1 year, which is something that not any major can actually say. Not only that, 75% of those graduates are women. Nothing personal, guys, but so I'm very proud of where we're going. I think there's way much more that the nano program can offer to our students, and I hope you represent us well in the future, and I hope really that you stay in touch. I wish I could really hug you guys. But be sure that I enjoy every minute of our classes, okay? Take care and count on me for absolutely anything that you might need, okay? Good job.
Hello, I'm Sally Morton, Dean of the College of Science, and I'm just delighted and honored that you would include me in the Nanoscience graduation celebration. First and foremost, congratulations to all our graduates, and congratulations to your family and friends who supported you along the way to this wonderful success. And a special thank you to the faculty and staff of the Academy of Integrated Science who have been your academic partners. I know each of you can use your Virginia Tech credentials for personal success, but I hope also that you will be scientists in service to society. You are vital to our future. I'm just so excited and proud of what you've achieved this weekend, but I'm also excited to see what you will achieve in the future. Congratulations.
In closing, I wish to again thank the families and friends for supporting your graduates in their pursuit of a nanoscience degree. I wish to also acknowledge the nanoscience faculty and staff who have been dedicated to helping your graduate achieve his or her goals. In particular, there are several people that comprise the heart of the Academy of Integrated Science and that work hard each and every day to make our nanoscience program a success. These are Kara Comley, Carrie Hopkins, Charlotte Parks, and Amanda Shepard. I wish to also acknowledge the leadership of the Academy's director, Dr. Michelle Plemling, Professor of Physics, and support of Dean Morton and the College of Science. To the graduates, I hope that you heard loudly the words of encouragement and optimism from our guest speakers today. In the challenges that you are facing going forward, I hope that you find comfort in knowing that you will always have a home here and that you can call on us anytime for support. Take care and be well.